YouTube, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I got chapter 2 of the M Cave story. Deposit your soul coins and let's get started into today's video. All right, guys, we are back. Now, I've been excited to continue this story because it's like a book, man. It's a book. Let's get right into it. Chapter 2 of the M Cave story. Let's do this. Both brothers could barely keep their excitement about this chance encounter. How many bars were on the strip, and this old soldier happened to drink in this one? This was destiny. Eddie ordered Vega a beer, and when he was drinking it, Josh and Eddie watched in amazement. "What isn't he cave-like?" Josh said.
"It's a terrible but fascinating place. Heaven and hell all mixed into one,"
Vega said. "Awesome," Josh and Eddie said simultaneously.
"Enough about the cave. You'll get plenty out of me tomorrow,"
Vega said. Vega finished his beer and ordered 3 whiskeys.
"Get these down, you boys. Turn you into real men."
Josh and Eddie drank theirs in one and immediately started coughing while Vega laughed.
"Did I mention this is a sipping whiskey?"
For the rest of the night, they drank and laughed with the old soldier. The next morning, Eddie and Josh were woken up by knocking at the room door. Eddie dragged himself out of bed, feeling very hungover, and opened the door. Vega was standing there dressed in a loose-fitting t-shirt and jeans.
"Rise and shine, boys,"
Vega said.
"What time is it?"
Eddie said.
7 a.m. Nice and early for a desert walk. Grab your stuff and I will meet you in my car at 10. I'm the black BMW.
Vega walked away and Eddie shut the door and rubbed his eyes.
"Josh, come on. We need to be out in 10 minutes.
Josh moaned. 10 minutes later, both of them had got dressed and were packing their bags full of equipment. Not before they downed a bottle of water and a few paracetamols each. Sorry, guys. They found Vega standing next to his car, and they prayed it had decent air conditioning, not long after they were on the way back to the air base.
"You boys ready for this?"
Vega said. "It's too hot," Josh said.
"I think my head is going to explode,"
Eddie said.
"Ha! You boys are lightweights. Nights like that were every day when I was enlisted. Of course, back then the officers would drink with you. If you held your own, you proved yourself as a soldier worthy of his stripes."
"How has your liver not been turned into dust?" Josh said.
"It's a soldier's liver. Nothing can destroy it." "I'm no soldier then,"
Eddie said. The drive seemed to last twice as long with the hangover. Even with the air conditioning on full blast, the car seemed like it was trying to beat hell for who was hotter. They parked at the same place they had the previous day. They grabbed all of the equipment they needed and set off following Vega.
"I never asked properly. Why did you boys choose this cave?"
Vega said.
"We wanted to do a cave video for our channel, and the UK isn't known for our caves,"
Eddie said. "And we didn't want to travel to Utah and break into the Nutty Putty cave, so we thought, why not try and find a cave that might not exist," Josh said.
"How much do you know about the M Cave?"
Vega said. "Just, the basic Kenny Veach story," Josh said.
"There's more to that story, isn't there?"
Eddie asked. Vega smirked, but continued walking.
"I shouldn't tell you boys. I can get into a lot of trouble,"
Vega said. "Come on, surely you can let us in on a few details," Josh said. They continued walking until they came to a rock, which Eddie and Josh turned around the other day. Vega continued straight past the rock, leaving the potential location radius.
Where are we going?
Eddie said.
We are going to the cave. And to answer your brother, I could say, but it is more than my life to say.
Vega said. Come on. We won't say anything, Josh said. He motioned to Eddie to secretly record this.
Okay. As long as you both keep this a secret, and no recording,
Vega said as Eddie recorded on his phone.
The cave is real. It has been used as a training facility by the Army for decades by the time I signed up. It is used in stealth training and survival. The cave goes deep. Real deep. It would take months to walk around all the tunnels. My first exercise was with the other recruits. We had to find our way into the center of the cave and return. We spent 3 days in that place before we finally surfaced. It was hell. The darkness ate everything. Most quit after. I still need to sleep with the hallway light on, but it made me a stronger soldier mentally and physically.
So, the cave is normal, Josh said.
As normal as a cave can be.
So why is it secret?
Eddie asked.
Did you listen to what I just said? That cave is the deepest in the USA, maybe the world. Even experienced spelunkers would get lost. If people thought it was real, then there would be tourists visiting and getting lost and dying in the hundreds every week. So the Army erased all evidence it exists. It only became a mystery when Mr. Veach found it.
How come his body was never found?
Eddie said.
Am I talking English here? The deepest cave in the world. I'd say his body is trapped in some crawl space like that John Jones you mentioned. He might be found or he might not.
Eddie stopped recording and suddenly felt disappointed. He didn't know what to expect, but for nothing supernatural to be taking place did sound like the obvious answer. Did he expect aliens or something? They continued walking in silence. After that, for at least half an hour until they came to a rock formation that wasn't on the map. They walked around the corner of this big formation, and the first thing they saw was the cave.
Here we are, boys,
Vega said. The entrance must have been 7 feet tall and 10 feet across. It was arched in the middle that resembled a capital M. The ground had a low rumbling emitting from it. Eddie and Josh were stunned. Wow! Both said in unison. Josh got out his camera and recorded some footage before Vega grabbed the camera looking furious.
What did I say? No footage,
He said. Okay, sorry, Josh said. Eddie walked closer as if pulled by an invisible force, making him get closer and closer. With every step, he could feel the energy pulsing through his body. He stood at the entrance and felt the breeze on his face.
Can we go in?
Eddie said.
Sure. Why not? But only a little. It's easy to get lost.
Vega said. They entered the cave and looked around. It was like stepping inside of the TARDIS. It expanded to 4 times the size of the entrance. Its walls gleamed high with moisture and moss. Dripping sounds came from every direction, and a pulse of energy shocked through them now and then.
What did I tell you? Isn't this place gigantic?
Vega said. You were right,
Wow.
Eddie said. I could see what Kenny Veach wanted to come back. This place is incredible, Josh said. Eddie and Vega walked off to look at the many tunnel paths that went off in every direction. Josh walked up to the side of the cave and spotted a crawl space a few feet off the ground next to a tunnel. He lifted himself and looked into the space. It was deep, and he couldn't see anything. He fumbled around his pocket before he found his phone and turned the light on. He crawled inside so his feet were outside, but his whole body was inside. He held his phone at arm's length, but still had no luck in finding anything. He went to get out when something caught his eye. The shape at the very end of where his light reached. It looked like a rock, but bigger. It moved slightly, and Josh's heart started to beat fast. "Hello?" he said. The rock suddenly moved and filled the space and let out a hiss. Josh yelled and fell back out of the space. Vega and Eddie came running.
What happened?
Vega said. There was something in there, Josh said, pointing to the crawl space. Vega grabbed the torch out of Eddie's hand and shined it in the hole. There was nothing there.
Can't see anything,
Vega said.
Are you okay?
Eddie said. No, I saw something, Josh said.
Must have been a rat.
Vega said. I know what I saw,
Keep your voice down,
Vega said. In the distance, a low rumbling came from the deeper parts of the cave. The brothers looked worried and turned to Vega.
What was that?
Eddie asked.
Our signal to leave. Come on,
Vega said. All three walked towards the cave entrance, but the sound of a vehicle stopping outside made them stop.
Soldiers, come on.
Vega pulled them around and into one of the tunnels just off the side of the cave. The tunnel was small and just big enough for the three of them to squeeze in. It only went 10 feet back, but it would keep them hidden. 3 soldiers entered the cave. 2 of them were the same ones from the previous day, while the third one looked like an officer.
And you are sure you spotted people?
The officer said.
Yes, sir. Looked like the same 2 kids from yesterday with some old man.
The first soldier said.
They have to be here.
The second one said. All 3 held their breath as the first soldier walked towards their hiding space, but just as he was getting closer, the officer shouted him back.
Back in the truck, soldiers. If they did make it here, they need more than the 3 of us to help them.
The soldiers left, and they waited till the sound of the truck was gone and then left the tunnel. That was awesome, Josh said. He and Eddie high-fived as Vega checked all the tunnels quickly before looking outside the cave.
We need to go, now.
Vega said. They're gone. We'll be fine, Josh said.
You don't understand. We have spent too long here already.
5 more minutes won't hurt,
Eddie said.
5 more minutes could be life or death in the army. Follow me or I will leave you out here,
Vega said. He left the cave walking with purpose. Eddie and Josh quickly followed. Vega remained silent the rest of the walk back to the car, and even when they were driving back, he didn't say a word. Eddie and Josh kept awkwardly glancing at each other. Back at the hotel bar, the trio ordered drinks, and halfway through the first one did Vega break his silence.
Sorry, boys, but what we did was very dangerous,
Vega said. It was awesome. We need to go again and go deeper, Josh said.
No. Promise me that you won't go back.
but we've got a video to make,
Eddie said. And with you helping us, we won't get lost, Josh said.
I shouldn't have promised to take you to. I'm sorry, but you can't return and you can't make that video. Promise me.
All right, we won't go back. Promise, Josh said. Vega said goodbye and walked away. Josh and Eddie sat there drinking, looking downtrodden.
What are we going to do now? We need a video.
Eddie said. We will have a video because we are going back tonight.
But you said...
Who cares? It will be nighttime and no soldiers will be there. He doesn't need to know. Are you game?
What if we get caught? We have been up there twice, and both times the military has seen us. I doubt they will miss us a third time.
That is why we go at night.
You sure about this?
I'm positive.
Let's do this.
To be continued. Guys. Yeah, vote on that. You already know. We had to. Guys, here it is. Chapter 2. You feel me? Of the M Cave. I'm calling it Mystery Cave, okay? This is really good, yo. Like, I have a feeling they're gonna get lost in them tunnels, yo. They're gonna get lost, and maybe, just maybe, if they don't like stay like lost in the caves forever, then maybe Vega is the one that's actually going to like pull them out, because you know he used to train there. So who knows? Guys, if you enjoyed this video, you already know what to do. Don't be afraid to hover and haunt that like button. Subscribe today to become part of the Soul Gang, Team Nephilim. Let's get it. Tap that notification bell to know each and every time that I'm uploading these videos. And guys, remember, to be good at the game, you gotta kill with skill. And until our next nightmare, guys, peace out, guys. Love you guys. What do you guys think is gonna happen? Yo, let me know.